Hello guys, it is Shivam here. Welcome to part 5 of awesome Flutter Firebase e-commerce app or food delivery app, where we are developing the complete app from scratch with admin panel. This series will cover setting up Firebase as our backend, designing stunning user interface, implementing secure user authentication, order tracking, payment processing, and many more. If you find the content valuable and want to see more tutorials like this, please take a moment to hit that like button down below. Your likes not only show your support but also help our video to reach more fellow developers. So let's smash that like button and aim for 100 likes together. Every like counts. We appreciate each and every one of you for helping us to reach this goal. Also, do not forget to hit that subscribe button so that you won't miss out on any of the videos that we upload on this food delivery app series. So let's get started. But before moving to the code, let me show you what all things we will learn on today's video and how your app will look alike at the end of this video. So let me give a quick summary. So we are going to first make the UI of the wallet page, then we will use a Stripe payment gateway through which the user can use a different card like Visa, MasterCard, etc. to add money to his wallet in just few seconds. Then he will upload the user detail to Firebase Firestore and update the wallet in Firebase. We're gonna also save the user data locally using the shared preference method. So let's move to the app and let me show you how our app will look alike. So here is our onboarding screen and we'll click on next, again on next, and we'll click on the start button to directly move to the sign up page of the app. And here first we'll create the account of the user. So I will write a name Shivam Gupta here and we'll use a random email and password. And we'll click on the sign up button and just wait for a few seconds. So as you can see, we are registered successfully and directly move to the home page of the app. Now let's move to the wallet page. So here you can see the wallet screen with a wallet image at the left, and it is showing that how much money currently present at your wallet, and you can add the money using the different container like $100, $500, 1000 and $2000. So if the user will click in any of the container here like $100, then he can add the money to his wallet frequently by using the Stripe payment gateway. And if the user want to add the random money like 50, $52, and he can also do that using the add money button here. So by clicking the add money button, it will show the dialog box where the user can enter the random money to the text field and he can add the specific money to his wallet. So when you click on the $100, you can see the payment gateway open here in the form of the dialog box, and it is running in the test mode. You can also run in the live mode if you want, and here you can use the many card like Visa, MasterCard, etc. So here you need to add the card number. So I'm using the Stripe payment gateway Visa test card number here, and I will use a month, year, CVC number and will pass the zip code and will click on the pay button. So as you can see, Stripe payment gateway is processing our payment. Now we'll close the authentication here, and you can see our payment is successful and $100 has been directly added to our wallet. Now let's move and I will show you adding the $2000 to our wallet. We'll use a same card number and CVC code and zip code, and we'll pay the money, and Stripe is running some authentication method. Now close this, and as you can see, our payment is successful and $2000 has been directly added to our wallet. So you can see that by clicking just a container, you can add a different amount of money to your wallet. Now I will show you how to add a random money to the wallet. So after clicking to the add money button, it is showing the text field where you can enter the amount. So I am writing 59 here and will pay using the same gateway, and we'll enter the same card detail. We'll click on pay. So as you can see, our payment is successful and $59 has been directly added. Also, you can see that it is just take a few seconds to update the wallet of our app. As I have also told you before, we also upload the user detail to Firebase Firestore. So let's move to the Firebase Firestore, and you can see the collection name users here with a specific doc ID and the email that we have just used to sign up the user account and the name and the wallet. So as you can see, the amount of the wallet is as it is what I have shown you just in the app. Now I will show you real time update here using the Firestore. So let me add the money to the wallet. So I'll click on the $100 again and will use the same card details. So as you can see, $100 has been added to our wallet. Now let's check the Firebase. So as you can see, it just take a few seconds to update the wallet in Firebase Firestore. So our wallet page is working brilliantly. We have added the Stripe payment gateway in the app, and we are also updating the all the user data in Firebase Firestore in real time. Though in today's code, I will explain you each and every step how to add the Stripe payment gateway in the Flutter app for both Android and iOS. So don't need to worry if you are using the Android device. I will also tell you how to add the Stripe payment gateway for the Android and for the iOS. But I have a small request from you. Please do not skip the any part of the video, because in the Stripe payment gateway we are going to add lots of feature in our Flutter app. If you miss any of the step or any of the function in the app, then you might not get the end result that I have just shown you here. So please follow along with me. You can also code with me and can add the Stripe payment gateway in the Flutter app. So let's move to the code and create this awesome app that I have just shown you here. So now let's move to the wallet page and we'll create the UI of our wallet page. Then we will add the Stripe payment gateway in the app so that user can directly add the money to the wallet using the app. Now let's move to the code and we'll write a scaffold here: body, container, child, column, children, and we'll write the text, and inside the text widget we'll write wallet here, which will be the headline of our wallet page. And in the style we'll use a app widget class, and we'll use semibold dot text field style to give the style to our text widget. Now we'll center the text widget using the center widget here. Now we'll give the margin from the top, so I will use margin edge insert dot only top 50.0. I will change the style to headline text field style. So as you can see, by using the just one line of code in the style, you can give the styling to the text widget according to your choice. Now we'll use a material widget here. So we'll wrap up the container with a material widget and we'll give the elevation 2.0, and we'll give the padding to the container here. So I'll use padding edge inset dot only bottom 10.0. Now we'll give some more spacing from the top. Now it's look good. Now we'll write the container, and inside the container I will pass the row here, and we'll use a children, and we'll use decoration, box decoration, and inside the color I will pass the customized color here. So I will use a color and will write the customized color code 0xFF. Then we'll pass the code of the color here. So if you are watching this series from the starting, then you know the reason why I have used a 0xFF to write the customized color code here. Now we want the container to use a complete width of the screen, so we'll use a media query inside the width and we'll use image.asset images and we'll pass the wallet image here that I've saved in the images folder, and we'll give some height and width to the image here, and we'll use fitboxfit.cover to cover the complete width and height of the image that we have just provided here. So as you can see the wallet image here. Now we'll give the spacing, size box height 30.0. Now we'll give the padding to the container. So we'll use edge inset.symmetric, and I want to provide the padding from vertical and horizontal direction. Now I will use a size box with 40.0, and inside the row I will pass a column widget here, and in the children I will pass one text widget where I will write your wallet and will provide the styling to the text widget using the app widget class here. Now in the column I will use a cross axis alignment dot start to move the text directly to the top of the screen. Now just below of your wallet I want to show how much money does the user have in their wallet when they want to place the order for the food item. Now I will use a one more text widget and I will show the money in the form of dollar. So I will use a slash dollar sign to show the dollar sign before the integer or the amount. Now I'll give the styling to the text widget here. So as you can see in the wallet section, user can directly see that how much money does he have in the wallet, so that user can directly pay for the food item and directly place the order. Now I will write one more text widget in the column widget, and I will use a cross axis alignment dot start. Now I will write one more text widget here, and inside the text widget I will write the add money text and will give the styling to the text widget here, and will provide the padding from the left direction, and will give the height from the top using the size box. Now inside the row I will write the children and will give the spacing between the two widgets here. Now the reason for writing the row widget is because now I want to show some container here. It will suggest the user to add some money to his wallet like $100, $200, $500 or $1000. So I will use a container inside the row widget. So when the user will click on any of the container like $100, then it will directly tell the user to add the card and add the $100 to his wallet. So let me show how I will do that. But before adding the function, I will create a UI of the container here. So inside the row, I will write the container. Now I will use a padding edge insert dot all 5 decoration, box decoration, and we'll give the color to the border here. Now we'll give the border. So I will write border dot all, and we'll give the color to the border here. Now again I will use a customized color for the border. Now I will use border radius border dot circular 5. Now inside the container I will write the child and will pass the text widget here indicating that how much money does user want to add to his wallet. So I will use again a dollar sign and I will use a 100 digit here and will give the styling to the text widget here using the app widget class. So as you can see the container of $100. Now I will change the styling because I want to show in the bold form, so it will be much clear to see how much money does the user is adding to his wallet. Now I'll copy the same container and will paste it here and will change the number from 100 to 500, 1000 and 2000. So here you can see the 4 container. So user can directly add the money by pressing on this container, and I will use main axis dot alignment dot space evenly so that each container get the even space in the row widget. Now let's move and create one customized button name add money here using the container. So for an instance, if the user want to add the money according to his choice like $49, $50 or less than $50, then they can use a add money button where they will click and a alert dialog box will be appear so that in the text field they can enter the amount like $50 and can add directly to his wallet. So there will be two option to add the money to the wallet, one by directly clicking on any of the container and one by clicking on add money button to add how much money the user want to add in his wallet. Now inside the container I will pass the child center and will use a text widget and will inside the text widget I will write the text name add money and will give the styling to the text widget here using the text style colors.white font size 14.0. Though I didn't use a app widget class here because here I want to provide the color in the white form, but in the app widget all the colors are in the black form. So if you want you can add this styling in the app widget class and you can show the styling in just in one line using the app widget class here. So it is done. Now we'll provide some margin. So I will use edge inset dot symmetric and will pass vertical 20.0, sorry, horizontal 20.0. Now we'll provide some border radius to the container here. So now it's look good. So our UI of our wallet part is done. Now let's move and add the function so that user can directly add the money using the Stripe payment gateway. So let's move to the Stripe website and I will suggest you each and every point to how to create the account in the Stripe, how to get the publishable key and secret key in the app so that you can add the Stripe payment gateway in the app and can pay using the Stripe gateway and can directly add the money to your wallet. I will also suggest you to do not skip any of the process from here, because if you miss any of the process, then you might not get the end result that I have shown you in the starting of the video. So just follow along with me, because there are lots of things that we will add on this Stripe payment gateway. So if you are using the Android device or iOS device, don't need to worry. I will tell you how to add the Stripe payment gateway in both the device. But there are lots of things that we are going to add in the Android and iOS device. So just follow along with me, and I will tell you each and every step how to add the Stripe payment gateway in the Flutter app. So let's move to the Stripe website here, and you can see the Stripe website here. Now many tech giants company are using the Stripe payment gateway to process their payment, like Amazon, Google, WhatsApp, Shopify, etc. So you can see it is one of the most demanded payment gateway that I am adding in our Flutter app. So now let's move and we'll create the account. So I will click in the signing button here, and so if you have the account, you can sign in to your account, and if you don't have the account, then don't need to worry. Just come down and in the text sign up, click it, and it will take you to the create your Stripe account page, and you need to fill all the details like email, full name, country, password, and just click on the create account button, and it will create the account in just few seconds. Though I have already created the Stripe account here, so I will take you directly to my dashboard of our Stripe account. So here you can see the our home page of our Stripe payment gateway. So at the top you can see that it is running in the test mode, because I am going to add this gateway in our app for now in the test mode. If you want to add in the live mode, just go above and fill all the details, and you can go live with a Stripe payment gateway. Now, here comes one of the most important thing that I am talking about. You need the API keys to add in our Flutter app to run the Stripe payment in our app. So just click on the developers option from the top and just go to the API key, and here you can see the publishable key and secret key. So we need these two key in our Flutter app. So after creating the account, let's move to the Flutter Stripe package, which will be available in the pubdef file. Just type Flutter Stripe and you will find the Flutter Stripe package here. Now let's go to the installing and copy the dependency from here and paste it in the perspec.yaml file. Now run the package. So click on the readme and just go down, and you can see in the requirement section there is a two text name Android and iOS. So in the Android it has wrote the complete setup for a Flutter Stripe, and in the iOS it has wrote the complete setup. So let's move, and first I will do for the Android, then we'll move to the iOS. So in the Android, here comes our first point name, use Android 5.0 API level 21 and above, which is already done. You don't need to do anything here. Now here comes the second point, use a Kotlin version 1.5.0. We are already using the Kotlin version of above 1.5.0, so just skip this step. Now let's move to the third point, which is using a theme.app compact. So we need to change this in our Android manifest file. So let's move to the code and we'll go to the Android manifest file, which will be found you in the Android app main folder and just go to the Android manifest file, and in Android theme you need to write Android at the rate style theme dot app compact dot light. So it is done. Now let's move to the fourth step, using an up-to-date Android Gradle build tool version. So just skip this step because it is already done. Now let's move to the fifth point, which is using a Flutter fragment activity instead of Flutter activity in main activity.kt. So we need to change this in the code. So let's go to the Kotlin and main activity.kt file, and we need to add one more line here. So I will write import dot io dot flutter embedding dot android dot flutter fragment activity, and we need to change the flutter activity to flutter fragment activity. So it is done. Now make sure you save all the files here, and our sixth point is rebuild the app. Don't update with hot reload. So we don't need to use a hot reload. We need to use a flutter run or hot restart as your wish. So let's move to the iOS, and in the iOS we need to do only one change, which is making our platform iOS 213 or above. Though I have already made the platform iOS 213, so let me show you how you can change that. Go to the iOS and move to the pod file, and you will find this line here. Just make it to 13 or above 13 as you want. So I have told you the complete setup for Stripe payment gateway here. Now let's move to the widget folder, and we'll create a new file name app constant.dart, and here we'll paste the two key that I have just shown you in the Stripe website. So here I will write a string publishable key, and we'll paste the key here. So let's move to the API key, and we'll copy the publishable key from here and we'll paste it here. Now we'll do same for the secret key. So we'll use a string secret key, and we'll reveal the text key here, and we'll click on continue. Now let's move to the main.dart file again, and we'll call the publish key here. So I will write stripe dot publishable key equals to, and we'll pass the same publishable key that we have just wrote in app constant.dart. So it is done. Now let's move to the wallet.dart file again, and we'll write the complete function for our Stripe payment gateway here. So here I will create a function name make payment here, which will be called whenever the user will click on the any button to add the money to his wallet. So in make payment, I will pass the string amount here, which will be the amount of the money I want to add in the wallet. So I will write map string dynamic and will write payment intent here. So let me write the complete code for our Stripe payment gateway inside the make payment function. Then I will explain you what all things I have wrote inside the make payment function here. So I have wrote the complete code inside the make payment function here. So let me explain you what all things I have wrote inside the make payment function here. Here I have created the payment intent where I have passed a create payment intent function here, and here I am passing the amount in the form of INR, which is a Indian rupee. So if you want to pass in any of the currency code, then you can write in your way. So for an example, if you want to pass in the dollars, so you can write USD here. So I have passed the merchant random display name here. You can write anything. After payment is successful, we'll use a show dialog box to show that the user that payment has been successful and amount has been added to his wallet, and we'll use a icon dot check circle to show the amount has been added to his wallet. For a reason, if our payment is cancelled or not done, then we'll show the error which will be directly shown to the terminal, and it will tell us why the payment is not successful. And if the payment is cancelled, then it will show the user that payment has been cancelled and the amount has not been added to his wallet. Now in create payment intent, I pass the map here with indicating that amount, and we use a calculate amount function here. The reason for using the calculate amount function is because in the Stripe you need to multiply any of the amount you are passing in the string form with 100. If you don't do that, then it will show all the amount in the decimal form. So make sure whenever you are passing the amount in the string form, you need to multiply it with 100 using the in.parse function. Then we'll return the calculate amount to string that will be directly passed to the map string dynamic here, and in the currency it will show same currency. And we have used a http package that I have just shown you. I have copied that from the pubdev and we have pasted in the perspecaml file, and in the authorization we have passed the secret key. So it is done. Now let's move to the terminal and we'll use a flutter clean command here. Then flutter pubget to get all the packages. Then we'll use a flutter run to run the app in our emulator. So just wait for a few seconds. So as you can see, our app has launched successfully. Now let's move to the wallet section here, and here when I will click to the $100 container here, you can see the our payment gateway is working brilliantly, and it has shown us a box where it is showing that we can add our payment information to add the $100 in our wallet. If you want to add the money in the test mode using the Visa card, then make sure you need to add the same card number that I am showing you here, because it is a Stripe test mode to test the Visa card here. So in the card number, I will write 4242, which will be a 12 digit here, and in the month, I will write a random date here, and I will write a random CVC code and zip code. You can change the country according to your choice, but I will keep it US here, and I will write a random zip code and will click on processing, and it will redirect to a page where it will run all the verification, and after the verification we'll click on the close button, and you can see our payment has successfully been achieved, and it has shown the dialog box payment successful here. Our Stripe payment gateway is working brilliantly, and we have added all the things according to what we have required for adding the Stripe in the Flutter app. So if you learned today how to add the payment gateway in the Flutter app, do not forget to hit the like button so that we can get more support to create more videos, and will create awesome Flutter apps more in coming future. So do not forget to hit that like and subscribe to our channel for more such videos in the coming future, because if you hit that like button, then it will give us support to create more videos like this. Now let's move and do all the things for the other container like $500, $1,000 and $2,000. So I will wrap up the container with a gesture detector and will call the make payment function here, and will pass the amount 500, and will do same for the 1000 and 2000. Now we'll hot reload it again, and when I will click on 2000, it will show again the dialog box to add the payment information here. So I will use the same card number and we'll fill all the same detail that I just told you before, and we'll click on pay, and it redirect us for some verification, and we'll click on the close text here. So as you can see, our payment has been successful. But as you can see, after adding the money to our wallet, it is not updating here so that user can see how much money has been added to his wallet. So we need to update the wallet whenever the user will add the money directly from here. So let's move to the signup.dart file again, and here I will upload the user detail to Firestore database that I have shown you in the last video. So in the map I will use a string dynamic here and will name the map add user info. String dynamic is because first in the map where we will pass the string which will be the name, and in the dynamic we can pass name, integer, string, boolean or anything. So I refer you to use a map string dynamic here, and first we'll pass the name of the user. So I will use name controller.text and email, and same for the wallet, though I'm assigning the wallet to 0 because once the user create the account, then we'll show the wallet to 0, and will keep on updating whenever the user will add the money to his wallet. So in the string I need to pass the ID here, so I will use a random alphanumeric. But before writing random alphanumeric function here, we need to go to the perf dev, and we need to copy the random string package from here, and we'll paste it inside the perspecml file. Now to get the random string here, so I will use a random alphanumeric and will pass the length to 10. Now I will get the same ID here, so I will use ID and will pass the same ID inside the map. Now let me show you how it will be shown in the Firebase. So let's go to the Firebase, and in the Firestore database where we have just set up some security rules in our last video, you can see the collection section here, which will be a collection name users, and it will show the ID that I've just wrote using the random alpha numeric function here, and then we'll pass all the users detail in the users collection here. But before adding the detail to the database, we need to create a folder named service here, and inside the service folder I will create a new file name database.dart, and will create a class named database methods. Will write future add user detail, and will pass the map string dynamic here that we have just stored in the sign up page, and will name the user info map, and will pass the ID of the document that we need to assign, and will return await Firebase Firestore.instance, and will name the collection name to users, and will pass the doc ID here, and will use a dot set method, and will pass the map of the user detail. So here you can see the future collection name users. So collection name users will be shown in the collection, and the doc ID will be shown in the between, and at the right it will show the user detail. So we'll pass the database methods in the signup.dart file. So I will write await database methods dot add user detail and will pass the map here, add user info, and will pass the ID. So through the database method, we are uploading the data to the Firebase, but we need to also save the data locally because we need the name, email, wallet and ID of the user again and again in the app. So if we call from server again and again, then it will cover the lot of the code and it will take the lot of time to call the each thing from the server and display on the app. To save the user's detail locally in the app, we will use a package name shared preference here. Basically, shared preference help us to save the data locally in the Flutter app. So here I will move to the service folder and will create a new file name shared pref.dart, and inside the this dart file I will save all the shared preference method. Now let's move to the perf dev and we will go and search share preference here and will copy the package from here and will paste it inside the perspec.ml file. Now run the package. So let's move to the Dart file again and we'll create a class name shared preference helper here, and inside the shared preference helper we'll save the name, email, wallet and the ID of the user that we are uploading to the Firebase. So here through the static method I will create a string name user ID key and will save the specific ID of the user that we have assigned using the random alphanumeric 10 here, and will do same for the name, email and wallet. Now we have assigned all the string here for ID, name, email and wallet. Now let's move and we'll create a function name save user ID, where we'll save the user ID using a shared preference method, and in the string we'll pass the user ID using a get user ID string, and we'll write share preferences pref equals to await shared preferences dot get instance, and we'll return the pref dot set string and will pass the user ID key and the value get user ID. So using a shared preference method will save the user ID here. Now many of the users might be thinking that why I have used the async await function here. Async await help us to call the one function completely then move to the next line. So if you want that one function calls complete then move to the second function, then make sure you use a async await function. Now we'll save all the string for the name, email and the wallet. Now we will create a function named get user ID through which we can get the user ID whenever we want in the app, and we'll use again shared preferences pref equals to await shared preference helper shared preferences dot get instance, and will return the user ID with prefs dot get string, and will pass the user ID key where we have saved the user specific ID. Now we'll do same for the name, email and wallet. Now let's move to the signup.dart file, and we'll save all the string that we have wrote inside the shared pref.dart file. So here I will use again await shared preference helper dot save username, and will save the username using name controller.text, and will write share preference helper dot save user email to save the user email here, and will again use mail controller.text and share preference helper to save the user wallet here, and the ID of the user. Now let's go to the wallet.dart file, and let me show you how we'll call the things that we have saved in the shared preference method. So here I will create a string name wallet here, and will use a function name get the shared preference to get all the things that we have saved in the shared preference, and will use a wallet equals to await shared preference helper dot, and will use a get user wallet function here to get the wallet of the user, and will use a set state method. Now we'll use on the load because I want that whenever the wallet function will be called, then the on the load function will be called first, and it call all the necessary things that will required on this page. So we'll use get shared preference, and we'll use a set state. Now here we'll use a function name init state here, because as I've told you, we want that on the load function to be called as soon as the wallet page open in the app. Now we'll create a int teaser name add here, where we will add the wallet and show that how much money has been added to the user wallet here. So we'll go to the make payment function here, and in the display payment sheet just above the show dialog box, we'll add the wallet and show the update as soon as possible. So we'll use add, and we'll use int.parse because as I have shown you, we are saving the wallet in the form of the string. So to add the two integers, we need to parse the string to the integer. So I will use int.parse, and will pass the wallet where we have the current wallet of the user, and will add how much amount does added to the user wallet using a int.parse amount. So it will show the updated wallet here, and will use await, and will call the shared preference helper, and will update the wallet again. So after the dialog box is shown, I want to update the wallet in just few seconds. So I will again use await method, and we'll call the get shared pref method here. So we have wrote the complete function for our wallet section. Now let's go to the main.dart file and I will show you what all things I have done just now to add the complete backend for the wallet. So first we'll create the account using the sign up page, then we'll move to the wallet page. So let me run the app. So I'll use a flutter clean command here, then flutter pub get and then flutter run to run the app in the emulator. So just wait for a few seconds. So as you can see, our app has launched successfully. Now let's move to the sign up page again and we'll create the new account so that I can show you what all things have been uploaded to the Firestore database. So I will write a name Shivam Gupta here and will use a random email here and same for the password. And we'll click on the sign up button and we'll wait for a few seconds. So as you can see, we have registered successfully and directly moved to the home page of the app. Now let's move to the Firestore and just refresh this page. So as you can see the collection name users here, what I have told you before with a specific ID and the user detail that I have just passed in the sign up page with the specific ID, name and the wallet. So here it is showing the wallet 0 which will show in the app. So here I will keep on updating the wallet. So in the test widget, I will pass the value wallet that we have saved in the share preference method. If the wallet is null, then will show a single child scroll view and once it is called, then will show the wallet page here. Now we'll hot reload. So as you can see the number changed to 0. So now let's move and add the $500 to our wallet. So I will click on the $500 container and will fill all the details and will proceed to pay. So as we can see payment is successful and $500 has been updated and it is showing that $500 has been added to our wallet here. Now we'll do same for the 1000 and we'll fill all the details regarding the card number, date, CVC and zip code and we'll pay. So as you can see payment has been successful and our wallet changes to 1500. So our last digit was 500 and we added the $1000 now and it is changes to $1500. So it is working brilliantly and our wallet is updating whenever we adding the amount of money in our wallet. But it is not the complete case here. I also want to update the data in our Firestore database where we have shown the wallet section. So we need to update this wallet here. So here it is showing the $1500. So I want that whenever I will add the money to the wallet, then it frequently update the data to the Firestore database too. So now let's move to the database.dart file and we'll create a function to update the wallet in our Firestore. So I will use update user wallet function here and will pass the string id because we need to pass the specific doc id here where we need to update the wallet and will return await and will pass Firebase firestore.instance and will pass the collection name users here and will pass the specific doc id. So we need to update the wallet field here. So we need to write as it is wrote in the Firestore, and we need to pass the amount what we want to show in the wallet section, and we'll do pass same on the wallet field here. So it is done. Now let's move to the wallet.dart file again, and we'll call the function that I've just wrote here. So we'll use await method again, and we will use database methods dot update user wallet, and we'll pass the amount and the ID. So here I need to go to the string, and we need to call the ID of the user from the shared preference method here, and we'll first pass the user ID or the document ID, then we'll pass the total amount. So I will pass the integer add to string. So it is done. Now we'll hot reload. Let's go and add the $2000 to our wallet, and I will pass the card number here and all the details regarding the payment, and we'll click on pay. So our payment is successful, but we can't update the wallet here. We are facing some error here. So let me see what error we are facing. So as you can see, it is showing the null check operator used on a null value. I think the ID we have just passed in the shared preference method is null. So I need to run the complete apps here. So I will go to the main.dart file and will call the bottom nave, reload it again, or hot restart. Then we'll add a $1000 again. So our payment is successful, and as you can see, our wallet has been updated and added the $1000 to the wallet. Now let's move and check the Firestore database. So as you can see, our wallet has been updated to 4500 that I've just shown you on the app. So it is working brilliantly, and how much money we are adding on the app, it is frequently updating into the Firestore database. So do not forget to hit the like button, because we have successfully added all the function regarding the wallet, and our wallet page is working brilliantly with our Stripe payment gateway. Now, for an instance, if the user want to add the random money, I mean like $49, $50 or $52, then they can also do by using the add money button that I've just made in the UI. So if they click on the add money button, then there will be a dialog box where they need to fill the amount they want to add in the wallet, and they can add any of the amount to his wallet rather than clicking on the specific container of 100, 500 and $1000. So let's move to the wallet.dart file again, and we'll create a dialog box here using the alert dialog. So I will write future, and will write the function name open edit, and will pass a show dialog function here, and will write alert dialog, and in the content I will pass the single child scroll view, and in the child will pass the container, then the column, and in the column will first pass the row where will show the close button. So if the user want to close the dialog box, then they can use a close icon here. and we'll wrap up the icon with a gesture director, and in the on tab we'll pass a navigator dot pop in text to pop out the dialog box. Now we'll use a size box dot width 60.0 and we'll pass the text widget using the center widget name, add money here, and we'll give the styling to the text widget here, and we'll pass the customize color code inside the color function and font weight. Now in the column I will write the size box height 20.0 and will write one more text widget here suggesting the user to write the amount on the text field that will pass on the container here. So in the text field we need to pass the controller. So I will go and write text editing controller amount controller is equals to new text editing controller, and will pass the same controller in the text field that I have just wrote here. So I'll write amount controller and we'll use a decoration input decoration to give the decoration to the container or a text field here. Now we'll create a customized button using the container so that user can click on the pay and can directly add the money to his wallet. Now we'll wrap up the add money button that I've just created to with a gesture detector, and we'll write a open edit, and now we'll move to the pay button, and in the on tap method I will call the make payment function here, but before that we need to pop out the dialog box, so we'll use a navigator dot pop context and we'll pass the amount inside the make payment function using the amount controller dot text. So now we'll hot reload it again. So as you can see, when I'll click on the add money button, then it is showing the dialog box, but we need to center the button. So I will use a center widget here. So now it's look good. Now in enter amount text field, I will write 200 here and will pay using the Stripe payment gateway. So our payment is successful, and as you can see our $200 has been added to the wallet and it has been frequently updated to the Firestore database. So on our today's video I have taught you how to add the payment gateway in Flutter app, how to upload the user data in Firebase Firestore, showing the real-time update in Firebase, saving the user data locally using the shared preferences. In our next video, we will add the food items to the food cart. We will also make the UI of the profile page and the complete backend for it. We also design the admin panel and managing the complete app from there. So do not forget to hit that like button so that we can reach the goal of 100 likes before I upload the part 6 to this food delivery app series. Until then, keep coding, keep having fun. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.